When we work in the service design, service innovation, and service delivery space, we need to have a deep understanding of the nature of services. Every service is different, of course, and in fact that's one of the challenges and also opportunities that happen and come about because of services. I find it's often easier to talk about this concept, the attributes of services, when we talk about airlines. So here's a little bit of jargon for you. So we say that services are intangible, heterogeneous, perishable, and inseparable. So a little bit more explanation here. So there's no such thing as an airline flight. There are people, there are passengers, there's equipment, there's fuel, there's food, etc. But a flight is an intangible outcome. It's an intangible process, heterogeneous. Every single iteration of an aircraft flight is different. In fact, every single person sitting on an aircraft is likely to be having a slightly different or a very different experience than every other single person on that aeroplane, right from the beginning of leaving home to getting to your final destination. It's also perishable. If there are empty seats on an aircraft, that service opportunity is gone. So if nobody shows up or it's not desirable, then that service opportunity is extinguished. It's perishable and it has expired. And finally, for most services, it's inseparable. You can't take away the people, the service providers, from the individual who's receiving that service. So you can't store it. If there are no service providers on an aircraft, then that service, it can't possibly take place. And I know you might say, oh, eventually it will become autonomous. Well, in the short term anyway, there'll still be someone operating that flight. And in the long term, if we have some form of virtual reality or artificial intelligence, it still has been created by. So it's really important to actually understand this element of, if you come from a tangible goods design place, this is quite different. And the design process and the way that we think about service design is different. And what's so interesting as well is that it can be often service design, because of its nature, can be a lot more fluid and quick. We can actually approximate services. We can rapidly build a facsimile of a service. It's very easy to change service in some situations, in some circumstances. So just think about these four attributes of services: intangibility, heterogeneity, perishability, and inseparability.